50 iliyopita Martin Luther King au MLK kama Wamarekani wanavyomwita alitoa hotuba yake maarufu I Have a Dream, na ndoto ya Martin Luther King ilikuwa ni kuona mtu mweusi akipata haki zake Marekani, mtu mweusi akikaa kwenye ofisi kubwa kuliko zote ya Marekani ya kuongoza taifa hili kubwa duniani na kuwa rais. Ndoto hii kwa Wamarekani wote weusi imetimia, kwamba sasa pale tusio mbali na hapa White House anakaa rais mweusi Barack Hussein Obama. Leo wa Marekani siku hii ni kubwa sana, kwa sababu miaka 50 iliyopita hawakufikiria haya yangeweza kuwepo, lakini leo yametokea. Wengi kama mnavyoona hapa wameandamana wakiwa na mabango mbalimbali, hasa wale ambao wanataka kuelezea haki zao. Watu weusi wakitaka haki zao za kupiga kura. Miaka hiyo 50 iliyopita watu weusi hawakuwa na haki kama walizokuwa nazo leo. Leo wanapiga kura, leo wanachagua viongozi wao, leo wana kiongozi mweusi White House. Lakini bado wengine wanaelezea siku hii kwa furaha kubwa, wakisema kwamba mengi bado yanatakiwa kufanywa, kwa sababu si tu kupiga kura, bali wanataka watu weusi wapate zaidi haki ya kupata elimu, wapate haki ya kupata afya bora, kupata bima ya afya kama Rais Obama alivyoweka, anataka bima ya afya kwa Wamarekani wote. Kwa hiyo watu weusi leo wanaandamana, kwanza wakiwa na furaha, pili wakiwa wanashukuru, na tatu wakiomba mengi yaendelee kufanyika. Tuko katika eneo ambalo vita vilifanyika. Asante sana.
Hello, peace and blessings. My name is Mitchell, Brother Mitchell, and I'm here today for this continuation march on Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream. As you well know, Naacp says that the fight for freedom still needs freedom fighters.
We still need,
We're going to fight till the end. We're going to fight until there's justice, freedom, and equality for all people, especially people of color. I'm holding here this flag, which is known as the Liberation Flag. Back in the 60s, 1960s, it was known as the Black Liberation Flag, because we were definitely fighting for our freedom, and that fight still continues today. The red on this flag represents the blood and the sacrifice and the determination of our people to be free at any cost. The red represents the beauty of our people in all areas of life: religion, education, economics. The green on this flag represents collective unity and economics and prosperity of our people and all peoples. God bless, keep the fight, stay in the fight, keep fighting for freedom, justice, and equality for everyone.
You remember the 50 years ago, Martin Luther King, we have a dream. Can you tell me about that things? And today was right here?
50 years, unfortunately, I wasn't here for that original march back in 1963.
I know that, I know, but I need like a...
However, the spirit of unity is here. I think the American people and people from all around the world come here to say that we believe in freedom, justice, and equality. We're willing to take a stand to make our voices and our presence known, and whatever it takes, we will not give up. We will keep the struggle alive until everyone is...
I have a dream. So what is your message for you young generation for I have a dream word?
The message to the young generation is to be the best person that you can be. That means do your best at everything that you do. Choose to do that which is right, not that which is wrong, because as you are strong, you make your family, your community, and the world a better and stronger place.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate for that.
We're here at the Lincoln of the World War II Memorial, and as you know, today is a very special day for America, especially civil rights organizations. And we have the president of NAACP Pittsburgh, all the way from Pittsburgh. Madam President, welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
Madam President, can you tell us How important is this day to you?
Well, you know, for the Pittsburgh branch and for all the people that you see here today, it's important for all people. This country now has gotten into a state that so many things need to change. First of all, I start off with number one, health. Health issues are so very important. If you don't have good health, you can't do anything. Then the next issue, I have three, is education. You must have an education. And then the third issue is employment. Without those three issues, we're in serious trouble. And right now, if you look across these fields and look across this beautiful piece of land, these people are in need of help. And each one, I have a cry out about one of those three issues. So today has been a day that we have how many thousands of people here from all over the United States to say it must change. We must go in the right direction.
And this movement started 50 years ago. Were you there back in 1963? What do you remember how it was that day?
I do remember how it was very clearly, absolutely clearly. Now, I was not up here for the march in '63, but I was very much so alive and knew some of the issues. And if you would ask me, the thing of it is today is we are not going forward the way we should be going. It seems to be going in reverse, and we have to absolutely hold on to what we have and then acquire more. Right now they want to move what we have and then not get to where we need to be.
And for NAACP, what's your message today since there's a black president in this country? How important achievement has been so far attained from that?
Well, I'll tell you, I appreciate having a black president set in office today. It sends a message to the world. But also I would appreciate that there's consideration for the black people a little bit more to the forefront than it has been. He has his last 4 years to sit in office, and I would love to see something improved in our community. With the shootings of our young black men that have not been addressed, with the educational problems that I will say that is being addressed, but it can be addressed much stronger. And I feel before he leaves office, I would like to say to our world, and I feel it's in my heart, what a strong black man we had as president.
Thank you so much for the president.
My name is Sherry.
Sherry, we are here. Where you from here?
New York.
Woo! New York, where? Brooklyn, Manhattan, where?
Harlem.
Harlem, woo! All right,
USA.
say something about Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King, I was in high school.
Right.
And I heard about his assassination.
Right.
And it's kind of close. But in February, when was the president killed? Kennedy.
Kennedy, yeah. He was right there.
Yeah. Okay, so it was Kennedy, and then it was Martin Luther King, and so you weren't sure what was really happening.
Right.
Did you hear? Was it Kennedy again? You were so confused because two people died.
Right.
In a matter of. Huh?
I mean, how old are you was in the day it happened? 16. Just like you're right here, man.
No, she's 20.
All right, you look like a 16.
Yeah.
All right, hey, go ahead.
I was in high school.
Okay.
I was a senior.
So what do you think today? What do you think about today? He's keep you like a way back?
Not many things have changed.
Not many things, right? But we still got a right. You think we got peace or not? We still have a peace or justice?
I'm a Christian. I go to church. I go to church with multicultural.
Right.
But I don't think too much has.
So what is your message for young generation? Like what you wanna tell the people about that?
What I would say
justice
is
or
use wisdom. Operate in peace.
Right.
If you see something happening,
say something.
Don't become volatile.
Right.
Walk away. I would always tell somebody, walk away. You can fight better with a letter or because you could lose your life, especially if you're black, male. Females is no problem, but males is a big problem.
Mom, thank you very much for your message. I love it.
Ed Jenkins.
Right.
And I'm from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Now I'm originally from New York City, New York.
Right.
I came to the first March on Washington in 1963, and I'm back here today. The Lord let me live 50 years.
You want to tell me you was here?
I was here. In front of the speakers when they spoke.
Right.
America, the fabric of America has too much racism in it, has too much sexism in it. But definitely racism, and it's a society that's built for the rich people,
right,
not for poor people. So if you're poor and black, you're really, even a rich black man. But the problems that we had in 1963 are still here.
Right.
They need to be addressed by each generation. If each generation doesn't address them, they're going to lose, because the people who are opposed to you will do everything in their power to take away those laws and whatever. They will reverse laws. They will make new laws that are against you. And if you don't do anything, you're going to lose. So you have to work. Each generation has to work, and we have to teach the young ones, and the young ones have to teach each other. And
that's all I want to question. That how are we gonna teaching our new generation for this, and to make it more history like your time right now, because you was here like 15 years ago, and you come back right here today, 2013. So what is your message for new generation? How we gonna?
We have to learn to serve each other.
Right.
We have to respect ourselves,
right,
each other, and we have to demand equal opportunity to a job, so that we can be taking care of ourselves, so that we don't have generation after generation on social service,
right,
and public housing.
Right.
You want to get away from that. Get your own house. Get your own means of making a living. Start a business. Hire somebody. That's what we need. We need doctors and lawyers. There's a hospital I know near the town where I live where there's 305 or 310 doctors.
Right.
7 of them are people of color.
Right.
2 of them are from India.
Right.
2 of them are from Africa.
Right.
1 of them is from the Dominican Republic, or the Virgin Islands.
Put remix.
And 2 of them are African American.
Right.
2 out of 310. So there's something wrong there.
Right.
And if you look in the real estate book, they'll have a page full of real estate realtors.
Right.
There might be 50. If you see 2 brown ones,
right,
you're lucky. Okay? Then you go into the lawyer's field. Okay? They're just not allowing you to get the education that you need. They're not teaching you. They're segregating you constantly, and you just got to fight against it.
Sir, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate for that.
All right.
All right, my man.
Have a blessed day.
You too.
This is what America looks like. Tell me what America looks like. This is what America looks like. Tell me what America looks like. This is what America looks like. Tell me what America looks like. This is what America looks like. Tell me what America looks like. This is what America looks like. Trayvon matters. Our children.
I'm Sonia King. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. This is my first time coming to this event, and it feels so good. I feel close to be by the Martin Luther King event march. I did the march in Detroit twice, and so then I wanted to come to Washington, D.C.
Right.
And I like to see how the people are coming closely together as one.
And I'm Dorothy Dean, and I'm from Southfield, Michigan.
Woo, Michigan, baby.
I was here 30 years ago commemorating Dr. King at this very location. And here we are, year 50, and we have so much going on that appears to be going backwards. Civil rights, the Voter Rights Act, they just changed it and took away rights. The Supreme Court of Michigan, instead of going forward, they're going backwards. So we're here to make sure that people understand that we need to be fighting for our rights, because they are being taken away from us. We're here because of Trayvon Martin, because we need to get rid of some of these outdated laws. You cannot say that it's right to be able to kill someone who has no weapon. The police has told you to stand down, and you kill someone. That is not justice.
Not justice.
Dr. King did not believe in that. He would be probably rolling over in his grave on that day. So we're here for justice.
So since, all right, go ahead.
We're not free.
We're not free. All right, since 50 years old, back away, right here, Martin Luther King's speech. You remember that? They was talking right. I have a dream. So what we learning since 15 years old until now? What we learning?
I say the dream is we're still trying to honor the dream. The dream still lives on, and we're still fighting for our freedom, even now, 50 years later.
Even with President Obama, the first African American as President of the United States, it appears as though there is still no respect for all people. We need to have respect for all people, no matter who you are, no
who you come from. Okay, what is your real message for new generation about this? What is your message for new generation?
The new generation has to get involved, because if they don't get involved, that's what happens. We start losing rights that people died for.
Because we old right now, we gone, so everything's gonna be a new generation. So what we teach them? What do we teach them?
We're fighting for justice. They can't stop.
It's ongoing. We gotta continue.
Wow, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. It was so sweet. Thank you. All right.
Yes, first of all, my name is Juan Ortiz, and I'm coming all the way from Brooklyn. I'm part of a larger contingency of Local 371. Those are social workers. And we are here to basically honor a man that, by the time that he was 39, that's when he died at 39. Had already accomplished so much and gave so much of his life.
At that day, how old are you?
At that day? 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, we were here, but being young as I was, I basically was not really paying attention to the speeches, but rather just running around like kid through, chasing and doing things. And then this man got on the podium, and we were fortunate to be at the front. Around the front, he began to speak. So he began this refrain of saying, I've been to the mountaintop. And then he started the other refrain, which is basically, I have a dream. So the crowd began to chant to him, basically, I have a dream. And he says something very profound. He says, I may not get there with you, but I've been to the mountaintop. And I may not get there with you, but someday. Someday, I remember that speech. So basically, what happened thereafter was that he gained a lot of prominence. He became a very prominent man, to the point that he won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1965. 1965, because in 1969 he went to Memphis, Tennessee, to help out with a strike that maybe 1,013 black men working for the sanitation department in Memphis. They wanted to have the right upheld, and they wanted better wages. One thing that is significant, that when we came over here, we were here for a reason. We have 5 points demand. One of them, the most vital to the labor movement, was that at that time the minimum wage was $1.75. And we were advocating for $2 minimum wage.
Oh my God.
So anyway, we also were advocating for the voting right. Okay, that was established in 1965, as you know. Okay. So he was successful. One of the things that he was assassinated in 1969 in Memphis, Tennessee. But one thing happened, and what happened essentially was that on that particular day, the world heard of this, and the expectation was that 6,000 people will march in the march supporting the sanitation workers. Well, lo and behold, within 2 days you have over 40,000 people marching. And because of that, the sanitation workers will manage to get the contract, the fair contract, and better treatment. But more importantly, I think us, the American Federation or state and county municipal employees, that paved the road to organize the other public workers. Since then, Martin Luther King is alive every day. As you know that we commemorate his birthday. We commemorate his birthday now. It's a national holiday. Something on earth.
That's his change. I think that's dream is work.
That's January. You know, so Martin Luther King is not dead.
It's not dead because he lived with all of us.
With all of us.
So what is your message for your young generation right now? Because we still. How are you gonna tell your message for your?
Well, the message, I met with my daughter, by the way. She's 15 years old. And what I think that is missing here is the verbal, the history, the oral history. And that's basically this was missing nowadays. Because there was a time that people would talk to each other. And they would do other things. So essentially, you know, we would sit around the fire, we would sit in the kitchen, we would sit like we're doing right now, talking to each other, and the history would pass down by basically verbal communication. That comes from the Asian one. So now we are into book, we're into tweeting, we're into the internet. Yeah. Guess what? It's something missing there. The humanity of two people talking to you. And somebody older saying, this is my experience. Like I don't know you, and you asked me to tell you, so it will be remiss of me to say I'm not saying anything to you. Why? You're wasting my time. I hope that this will help somebody.
A new generation, because new technology, it will help. That's why I told you people I'm not here to play. You know, because this is gonna be a memory. Because I have my son 2 years old. You and me, we remember 15 years ago, but my son, he don't even gonna remember this.
But more importantly, it is that our children right now, you know, we're not talking to them, we're not engaging in conversational history because we are too busy doing that, or too busy doing this, or they're going to the movie, or they're going watching television. People don't sit at the table anymore to eat and talk. Now, if you sit this in front of a television, so what happened essentially is that we are missing that connection. You know, when people sat at the table to eat, the family, what they did essentially was to share the day or whatever happened. So the history will continue. And, but that's not happening anymore. And we need to bring it back. And we need to start.
How you think?
Well, basically we need to start on a one-to-one basis. And the one-to-one basis is this, that you cannot put the responsibility on the whole world, but we can say, I'm going to take responsibility and start myself. So that means that you have a responsibility, I have a responsibility. We cannot, look, Martin Luther King, when the idea coming over here, it wasn't that many thousand people, it came with one idea. And guess what happened? To this day, 50 years after, look around you. So, but the whole thing that I think to a degree is a lot of people don't know the history of what really happened.
What was happening?
So basically...
that's why I'm coming here to ask you some old people, because they really know about that things happen. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to interview so many things. You know, you're the one, I'm already got like 5 people already they talking about. Some guys, they talk about that day was a beating, it was a fighting, it was a discrimination. That's why I'm keeping this.
Well, right now, you know, we're not there yet, because the reality of the matter is that we're still in the struggle, and if you don't believe that, then look what they did, the Supreme Court did more recently with the Voting Act. They gave it in, so that we basically are losing ground as opposed to be gaining ground. Sure, we're doing a little better economically, some of us, but if you look at the poverty, the amount of poverty right now is incredible. I come from New York City, right, where there's a city of two cities. The city of the very poor or the city of the very rich. So now what are we hurting? We're hurting ourselves because the most vital resources that we have is people. It's the brain. You know? And if education is not there, because we're not educating our children the way we should, then we don't have a future. Because not one of us is going to live forever. The only person that is living forever in my mind is
Martin Luther King. Because we got a dream.
So what he did.
That's what he did.
But we are becoming, we have become very selfish. We don't talk to each other, we're afraid of each other. Look what happened with Trayvon. I remember that. You can go down and down and down. If you go to New York City right now, you cannot step out of your house without somebody stopping and freaking you. You know, somebody not even question. I've been stopped several times.
I've been there so many times in Brooklyn.
So essentially, who are we kidding? Now we are here, and you have a black president of the United States. Okay, but what does that mean? He's struggling to get some legislation passed. He's struggling to get the Obamacare implemented correctly. But we're losing ground on that. So that's not helping us really, because that's not out of the bag yet. So this is where we are basically, you know. By the way, you know, let me introduce you to my daughter. That's the Amante Ortiz.
Okay, take a picture. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate for your story. All right, I'm gonna give you my card too. I'm from Africa for real. I'm from Tanzania. So yeah, I just want to give.
Hello, people of Tanzania. Hello, the working class of Tanzania. I'm here with the Socialist Equality Party, and we're here. Yeah, we are a progressive socialist party, and we're here at the 50th anniversary commemorating the 1963 March for Jobs and Freedom that happened 50 years ago in this country. and commemorating the memory of Martin Luther King. And we're here to present a perspective that asks people, what has changed for the millions of working poor people from Martin Luther King to President Obama.
Right.
Some may think that having an African American as a president represents a fundamental change in American society, a progressive change. And we would say no, that is not true, because whether or not the president is black, white, or blue, we still have an oppressed working class in our country, just like Tanzanians have their own oppressed working class. And what we're advocating for is a break from the Democrats and the Republicans, and for the political mobilization of the working class to take political power in the United States and to align itself with the working class of every other country, including Tanzania, to fight capitalist exploitation and to eradicate it from every corner of the planet, which can only be done by the working class itself.
Wow.
So that's why we're here.
Thank you, brother. Say your name and where you from?
My name's Adam and I'm from Baltimore.
Right, okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Adam. That's really pretty good. This is my
10th anniversary of the March on Washington. Very significant because we need jobs, justice, equality for all people.
Right.
That's what the colors are for. Just
all right.
For all people. We're just trying to keep it moving and keep it positive.
Yeah, we have a dream is about like 15 years out there.
Yes.
So what do you think about today? What do you really think?
Well, we got to do more than dream. We got to make it a reality now. You know what I mean? We just got to push forward hard. With more collectiveness with all people.
So what people learning from 50 years back up to now?
Well, things have changed, but not that much.
Not much.
Really.
But we're still fighting.
Yeah, we're still fighting. Got to keep fighting.
What's your name again?
Reginald Cassar.
Thank
Pennsylvania,
you.
Philadelphia.
We on DC. Welcome to DC, baby.
All right. That's what's up. I love it here.
All right.
Since you were here in '63, have you seen in your lifetime? Have you seen any real improvement or drastic improvement?
I've seen some improvement, but right now it's like going backwards.
It's going backwards. Can you tell us what?
I'll tell you just one example as far as women's rights.
Okay.
Okay, you look back then.
Couldn't get on that stage and speak.
And not only that, if you were a woman and you were married, you could not have anything done to your body, even if you need medical surgery.
Oh my goodness.
You
had to have your husband's permission.
You had to have it. And if that man said no, I've seen quite a few women sit there and almost die because the man said no.
I need you to take my picture while she's telling this story.
Even with
you don't mind if I hug you, do you mind?
Go ahead.
Okay, give me sugar too. Okay.
Nah, I'm taking video.
I know you are. That's why I just said.
Okay, go ahead.
Even with a C-section or something, the women weren't allowed. And you see back then, were they trying to start us again?
Oh yeah.
Back then, women weren't allowed to vote, but men could vote if they paid a poll tax.
Right, it's the poll tax.
The poll tax. See, now they're trying to set us right back.
What's your take on the younger generation and the direction that they're going?
Most of them, I don't see where they're moving forward.
But who do we blame for that? Well, not blame, but who do we look at?
I blame the parents.
Of course.
Okay.
I blame the household.
Yeah.
You're not teaching your kids.
But back in the days as well, Mom.
And y'all were much better parents.
The parents, our parents were.
But our community used to actually rally behind one another.
Yes.
Our neighbors used to be neighbors, though.
Yes.
Our churches used to be churches.
Yeah, but now,
our leaders used to be leaders.
But now, we think that even with the men and women, we think it's a big deal if we showing our behind.
Right.
Why do we have to walk with all the following somebody that's making millions of dollars? That you're showing things that start. Most people don't know that when wearing your pants down like at a man, it meant that you wanted to have. It meant but it started. It meant that you wanted to have sex in your butt, in the jail.
That's right.
And that's why when the gay people used to walk around with the pants down, that's what it was, and it meant to sex. So why a man walking with his pants down now? He's not doing it for us women. He's doing it for another man.
Hey, Mom, you got a whole lot of wisdom. God bless you. Listen, we're gonna have to cut you off right there.
My question. My only question. My question. What is your message now for your new generation?
Yeah, what's the message?
Yeah, tell your message.
I don't know.
Mom, get a word in too.
What you have? Tell what you have. No,
there needs to be more respect for yourself.
Right.
That's what
Ain't no black and I'm proud and all that stuff.
No. They don't even know what what that means.
Yeah, they don't even know
Because
what that
some of the language that they use on television, and the first thing they say, oh, it's just sex. It's not just sex. You know,
That's
it's
right.
a matter of respect for yourself.
That's right. You have to respect yourself.
You have to. You have to.
And women need to know we need to respect ourselves, and until we learn to respect ourselves, the man is not going to respect us either.
Right.
I'm gonna have a video.
Mom, what?
Not compromising, doing what we want.
No, you have your own rights. You don't have to ask permission or anything. Those days are over. You know, so you don't have to do these things to get the man. And most time, when you do these things, you're not gonna get him.
Right.
They're not gonna take you home to mama. They're gonna get somebody.
That's right.
That's right.
They're gonna hand you off.
They make the booty call.
You know too much, Mom. Mom, hold on, Mom.
She from here, DC, or you?
Mom, you from DC? Mom, no, don't be sorry.
You from DC?
Listen,
You from here, DC?
No, we used to. We left.
Oh, y'all from New York?
You live in New York? Where? Woo, Brooklyn, right there. I got my friend in Brooklyn. Hey, my name is Omi Shorty.
So you already know.
All right.
Yes, my name is Michael Kennedy, and I am Trayvon Martin. Raised in South Philadelphia, where I had to walk to school to the white neighborhood. They would come out of the bars and chase us. When we was walking home, they'd come out of the bars and chase us. And then I had to deal with the blacks because we had a lot of gang wars back at that time. I graduated in 1971.
How old are you?
I am 60 years old. Thank God.
That day was how old?
I was 16, 17, and 18.
And where was that?
South Philadelphia Heights, South Philadelphia, Philadelphia.
And how are you fighting for that things that day?
How were we fighting? Just trying to get an education.
Right.
Trying to stay alive.
So what we learning from the 50 years ago?
I've learned that a lot of our young people need mentors.
Right.
If you're not a mentor, you're laying down on the job. There's a lot of girls and boys out here that don't have a good father or mother image. They don't have a good big brother image. They have a lot of guys coming out of prison that's giving them the wrong idea of what prison life is like. We're trying to keep them out of prison.
Right. Now, what is your message for new generation? Like
you need education, you need communication, and you need understanding.
Thank you very much.
All right, my brother.
Right, my name.